Good evening, I'm Allie Corey.
And I'm Mark Wilson. So glad to have you with us. First up here at 10, we've got a lot to get to, but this story that's gotten so much attention from people all across the country. This young mother of 4 shot and killed through a door by her neighbor, a door that was locked and never opened. It took days for that neighbor who fired the shot behind that door to be arrested. She claimed it was self-defense under Florida Stand Your Ground law. Well, of course, it sparked protests from people calling for an arrest, saying the woman in the home was protected by her door. Ultimately, Susan Lorenz was arrested late last night. She now faces a charge of manslaughter. The controversy over this law in Florida, though, is hardly new. It gives you an ability here to use deadly force if and only if you feel like your life is in danger. So the question is that too broad? Fox 13's Kylie Jones is in our control room tonight. Kylie, I know you looked into this for us. There are so many opinions all over this. What did you find out?
Absolutely, Mark. Well, an attorney explains that this doesn't automatically give someone, full immunity. That attorney explains there are multiple factors that go into this claim of self-defense, centering around whether there's an imminent threat that your life is in danger. This mother of 4 in Ocala, AJ Owens, is dead after deputies say her neighbor, Susan Lawrence, shot through her front door at her during an argument. The question now, was Lawrence standing her ground or was it unjustified?
Stand your ground law is a protection for citizens who are in fear. And really, we have stand your ground law because as citizens, what are we supposed to do? Wait to get hit, wait to get killed, wait to get shot to defend ourselves?
But defense attorney Anthony Rickman, who's not affiliated with this case, says the Florida law is not a get-out-of-jail-free card.
It's not the Wild West. It doesn't allow you just to shoot and kill people because, hey, this person may be doing something.
In order for someone to claim the Stand Your Ground law as a defense and be justified,
you have to be in a place where you have the right to be. You can't be initial aggressor. You have to be attacked. You have to have reasonable belief that you're going to be the victim of a forcible felony. Reasonable belief that you could be killed, reasonable belief that you could be seriously injured.
Gun instructor Ryan Thomas says he talks about the misconceptions of this law with his students all the time.
Is your only option to stay alive to pull out your firearm and shoot that person? If the answer to that question is yes, then you need to pull out a gun and shoot that person. But if the answer to that question is no, you have other options. You can get in your car and leave. You can walk away. You can run in your house and lock the door. Then you should do those other things.
Ultimately, Rickman says it's really up to the perception of the person claiming this, but adds that's when the circumstances of the shooting come into play to determine whether that fear is reasonable and the use of deadly force is justified.
Because at the end of the day, if you're going to file that charge, they need to make sure they can overcome their burden in stand your ground cases.
In this case, the Marion County Sheriff says this was not a stand your ground case. And today, an attorney for AJ Owens' family did question why an arrest didn't come immediately. The sheriff said they had to first rule out a claim of self-defense. That's something attorneys say law enforcement has to do extremely carefully. Lawrence is facing several charges, including manslaughter with a firearm. Mark.
Yeah, and Kylie, I know that was a big frustration. It sounds like they needed to hear from the children involved, too, which took a couple of days, understandably. But I almost wish they would have said, just hold on. We're looking at charges here, but we've got some more people to interview. That might have helped with some of the attention and some of the anger that's come out of this prior to the arrest. Kylie, thanks very much.